Hello, everybody. My name is Nadine, and we have James here. Today, we will be talking about an overview of the SKU details and the SKU Details Slider and how it helps you as an Amazon seller. If you like, click like and subscribe for more content like this. So we're talking about this SKU details here, and basically, we originally set out to build a way for us to look at the performance of a particular SKU. Because on Amazon, every SKU has its own performance curve, like a different set of competition, and everything is different based on the SKU. Even if it's the same, like parent ASIN, it's different. The performance is different. So we wanted to track things by SKU. And then we wanted all the relevant information about SKU in an easily accessible way, like a click of a button. So that's why we made the SKU slider here, so that we can see all the information with a click of a button and not overwhelm the website page where it takes forever to load. What we wanted to see was like a way to act to save money, save costs, or to make more money. So if based on the trends, we want to see if the competitors are undercutting us, or inventory is low, or profit is low profit because of high return rate. And we also wanted to see seasonality based on year over year, because you can't really compare winter selling lawnmower wheels and summer, right? What are the different ways that we could have organized, like the different units we could have organized, James?
Within Amazon, there's a few different identifiers that they use. And some of the ones that we could have used are ASIN, SKU, and fun SKU. If you're an Amazon seller, I'm sure you're familiar with those terms. They are not interchangeable as much as some people tend to use them interchangeably. Essentially you have the ASIN, which is the listing itself. You have the SKU, which the seller assigns to the listing. It's your own thing that you make up.
We call it the listing SKU here.
Correct. And then the fun SKU is an auto generated by Amazon number, but that attaches your SKU to that ASIN. Essentially, that is an identifier specifically. One SKU, one ASIN
Yep.
is given an auto generated fun SKU.
And we could have used any of those three, but there's trade-offs to everyone, right? So which one most of Amazon's reports use as kind of like the key to their report?
Uh, Most of the reports that we utilize with Amazon utilize the SKU metric, so that's what we've used to identify these.
Yeah, that's why we part of why we chose this SKU. We've tried different variations of this, and what we found is the FNSKU, or we call it the fun SKU, is actually just a random generated by Amazon letters to identify the listing SKU. Listing SKU we like better because it's like we as a seller create that SKU, so it's more meaningful to us rather than just a random bunch of letters. So that's why didn't we choose ASIN?
The main reason is because the ASIN represents the whole listing, and the same seller can be on the same listing on under different SKUs. So you can have multiple SKUs that are associated with the same ASIN.
That's right. Like for example, this ASIN, we can have a SKU that's FBM or fulfilled by merchant, or same ASIN but a different SKU for FBA, or same ASIN and different SKU for grade and resell. So that's why we use that. Go ahead.
Yes. So as you can see, if you look it up by just the ASIN, you will see potentially multiple SKUs show up.
Yeah.
So like that, it doesn't muddy the waters. If you just look stuff up by SKU, you can see just the things that are associated with that, or the numbers associated with that particular SKU.
Yep, and that's why we chose the listing SKU as the kind of the key to unlocking. We wanted more granular data on that. All right, James. So how did we build this SKU slider? So we ended up building this SKU details slider, which has all the information. And how does this work?
Okay, so basically you see this SKU detail slider here, and we've built this as a standalone thing here in Retool. Essentially, this is fully modularized to where we can take this and lift it up and put it into a different application. So all we need in order to make this thing function is anywhere that you have SKU, we can drop this thing in. The logic here is so that we don't have to build custom things for each individual page, and you can have a reliable, consistent layout that you can see from page to page, and it doesn't change because it's all the same thing.
Yeah.
So
Let me
base,
show our viewers what other apps we have under this. So this is the SKU Details app, as you can see here. With the click of a button, it pulls that up. But we can go to SKU Economics. So if you're looking at the profitability, sales profitability, of a particular SKU, but you're wondering why is that, have such a low margin, you can click on it and see the sales, the return rate, um, and the margin and the SKU economics profits and units and stuff like that. So it's the same slider that is used in multiple apps, right? And same thing with the restock here. If you're trying to restock an item, you want to see what the inventory levels are for that particular SKU. You just click inventory movement and it tells you not only the current inventory level at Amazon or on the way there, but it tells you the history of it once it loads here. All right, so that's the power of that slider. Once it loads, I'll show you again. Go ahead, James.
yeah. So as on was talking about, you can see in the slider here, you have all the different tabs. We basically wanted to have a one-stop shop for a given SKU to show, you can see your sales data, you can see advertising, like he was just showing, inventory movement, and see your fees broken down. We have a feedback section, basically a one-stop shop for all information associated with that SKU. I also wanted to highlight the transactions tab up there, which is compiled from the unified transaction report, and you can see the individual transactions for that particular SKU. Um, all the
Yeah.
transactions that a seller might have, including order IDs and stuff. And you can, if you see something stand out, you can, go look it up in Amazon and drill down. But it basically gives us a one-stop shop for a SKU.
Yeah,
And
you can click on this order and it'll pop up and show you all the information associated with that order.
yep, if you got to do some digging, you can, you have a starting point basically. The slider gives us the one-stop shop for all the SKUs information.
Also, the feedback, can you tell us a little bit about feedback here? It seems like it has some AI stuff built into
Yeah,
here.
sure. The feedback tab pulls just the returns, or excuse me, the product reviews, and there's also a tab for product returns as well. But the it pulls that information that we have pulled from Amazon's APIs, and we feed that into an AI. It gives the last up to 180 days if you have that available for the given product. It feeds that to AI, and it'll read through your product reviews and see if there's any common trends. It tries to give you, if it's available, a mix of positive notes from the customers, negative notes, and possible suggestions that you may want to consider for your listings. Um, and
Yep.
that can be viewed for any individual SKU from the slider.
Yeah, I love how we wanted to add the picture here. So like as soon as you're in here, you see the picture of the item right away, so you know which product you're looking at, or if you click the wrong SKU or something like that. That's pretty cool. It helps me visually because I'm a visual learner. It helps me see which SKU we're looking at. And I do wanted to highlight like some of the sales we were talked about, like sales by month, by week, by day, sales ranking, SKU economics, profit. Um, just like, and then advertising data. If we do any advertising, this one doesn't have any advertising. Let's pick one does have advertising like this one. And you can see the trends over time of the ACOS tacos and how the sales are doing with all the advertising. So basically, to sum it up, the SKU details, SKU details slider is basically we try to pull all the relevant information about a particular SKU and just present it in a way that makes sense. And we are definitely open to feedback. So if you want to give feedback here, if you like it, you tell, click on the feedback button, tell us whether you like it or what you don't like, or if you have features that you would like to be added or noted for a particular SKU. That's how we get feedback and we build this is if we have enough feedback, then we'll prioritize the ones with the most frequent requests to make it better for you as an Amazon seller. So that's it for this video. I hope that helps, that you see what the SKU Details Slider for you to dig into a particular SKU and to grow the sales of a SKU and to reduce the costs that are associated. Thank you, everybody. See you next time.